Something terrifying is happening in America right now. The U.S. Supreme Court is now reviewing whether children born to undocumented immigrants on American soil still qualify for automatic citizenship under the 14th Amendment. This isn't just a routine court debate, it's the beginning of a legal path that could shake the core of American immigration protections for future generations. For more than 100 years, birthright citizenship has been considered untouchable, but now it's under direct review, and immigrant families across the country are growing anxious. If the court signals even partial reversal, millions of US-born children could lose their only legal tie to the country they've always called home. IRS data is quietly being shared with Homeland Security. Immigrants who filed taxes legally using ITINs are now discovering that their information is being quietly funneled from the IRS to immigration enforcement agencies. For years, the government encouraged undocumented immigrants to pay taxes, but now that honesty is being used as a tool for targeting and removal. Legal memos confirm a new protocol where tax filings, addresses, and income history can help ICE reopen closed cases and trigger surprise enforcement actions. This data handover wasn't publicly announced, and most immigrant taxpayers have no idea their compliance could be turned into a weapon against them. TPS programs are being dismantled one country at a time. Temporary protected status was created to protect people fleeing war, disaster, and unrest, but under the Trump administration, it's being stripped away country by country. Haiti, Afghanistan, and Ukraine are among the latest targets for termination, even as conditions in those countries remain dangerous and unfit for safe return. Many of these individuals have lived in the U.S. legally for over a decade, paid taxes, raised families, and built lives, all now at risk. Once TPS is removed, most recipients have no path to permanent status, and many could be forced into removal proceedings with little time to react. Fast-track deportations remove due process from immigration. Under new policy, anyone who's been in the U.S. less than 2 years can now be deported without ever seeing a judge or entering a courtroom. These are called expedited removals, and they give ICE the power to detain and deport someone without a lawyer, without warning, and without phone access. President Trump has publicly stated that millions of people should be deported immediately, and now federal agencies are empowered to execute that exact vision. This is not an isolated scenario. It's happening in real time, and families are being separated based on silent rule changes without proper legal defense. Green card holders are also being targeted and detained. In past administrations, lawful permanent residents were rarely detained, but under Trump's second term, even green card holders are facing unexpected immigration consequences. Anyone with an old criminal charge, even a misdemeanor from years ago, may now face detention, airport inspections, and potential removal from the country. USCIS recently posted that green card holders are still guests in America, a subtle but chilling statement that signals reduced protections and increased scrutiny. If you're a green card holder today, you need to understand your rights, avoid risky travel, and know that previous security may no longer apply. Even U.S. citizens are being detained and questioned. Citizenship is no longer a complete shield. U.S. citizens are being stopped at borders and questioned, not for crimes, but for political speech and affiliations. One immigration attorney was detained at the airport simply for representing protesters, despite having no charges, no violations, and no unlawful actions on record. This shows a disturbing shift. When the government starts targeting citizens for who they support or represent, no one is truly safe from government overreach. When immigrant rights begin to erode, history shows it doesn't stop there. Civil liberties across the board start collapsing shortly after. Use FOIA to get your file before it's too late. The Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, allows immigrants to request their full immigration history, including any fraud flags or denial notes USCIS may be using. Too many people apply for naturalization, green cards, or adjustments without realizing there's a hidden issue in their record, and are blindsided by denials. FOIA lets you get ahead of that by reviewing what's already on file before submitting a new application that could trigger a removal notice. Always review your FOIA record with an experienced attorney, especially if you've filed anything in the past or had a visa denial you didn't fully understand. Good things are still possible, but time is running out. Despite everything we've covered, immigrants are still winning, green cards are still being issued, cases are being approved, and work permits are going through. But that window is shrinking fast, because under this administration, rules can change overnight, and tomorrow's policies might eliminate what's available today. If you qualify for a benefit now, don't delay, don't guess, and don't file anything without understanding the full risks and legal implications. Act smart, act fast. Because waiting even 1 month too long in this climate could be the difference between success and rejection. Final message: this fight is personal, not just legal. For every immigrant losing status, for every child facing uncertainty, and every taxpayer betrayed, this is more than policy, it's about dignity and survival. Stay informed, stay prepared, and never assume you're safe simply because you were legal last year. Things have changed drastically and will keep changing fast. You are not alone. There are attorneys, advocates, and communities fighting for immigrant rights and helping families navigate this new, unpredictable reality. Stay alert, stay strong, and if you're filing anything soon, make sure it's done the right way, at the right time, with the right help. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.